We grind on a daily, daily. Bringing light to this world when it's raining. If you got any doubt, go ahead and wait and see. Only option is to win when you with the AC. Yeah, AC the game. Watch out,
All right.
big bro is back in the
Here we go, man. We here. We live.
Shirt's clean, man.
I ain't gonna lie. You already know how the shirt's rocking. But, man, we got some special guests today. You already know what it is. We in house today. AC, more laid back episode. But before I say anything, y'all know if y'all seen the website, Big Bro Bryce, he do some keynote speeches. But we got a special guest today. That's my boy D. Allen. D. Allen, kick us off with some motivation, man.
Kick us off with a little sign.
Well, no, as Eric Thomas would say, be phenomenal. That's my favorite thing, man. That's my favorite thing. Listen to Eric Thomas and how he hyped me up, man. So it's good to be on a podcast with my boys Bryce, Jovan, and John. It's been a while talking to y'all. We talk all the time, but being on a podcast is something special for me. So appreciate the love.
That's my guy, man. My guy, Divorce, be trying to mock ET all the time. It'd be so funny. Like, yo, he be sending videos. I might even throw it in on the video on the YouTube. This dude be like really mocking Eric Thomas, but it's funny because
somebody else is dreaming that same dream. You know what you're doing? You want this dream, but somebody else is eating your dream, sleeping your dream. They drinking your dream. You know what you playing a video game now? You want to play Warzone, but you don't want to play war with your dream. You not hear me though? They ask me, Bryce. They play, Bryce, why don't you just go to the league right now? Why you stay another year? Because listen, y'all don't hear me though. Because I believe in me. Because I'm phenomenal. Some of y'all don't think y'all phenomenal, and that's the problem. Some of y'all don't think y'all phenomenal, and that is the problem right there.
he be on point. But as we transition, like we always say, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like 10, 11 of us, you know what I'm saying, as members of the AC. But we can only do so much. We only got so much outreach. So the more that y'all post, the more that y'all share, the more that y'all like and comment and subscribe for us, the more you'll help these kids, honestly. Because at the end of the day, we making this podcast. We doing all of this for the kids at the end of the day. So we appreciate all the support that we got. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody that's encouraged us. And speaking of encouragement, me personally, I've gotten 2 forms of encouragement from my DMs. I'm not going to, shout them out or anything because that'd be weird. But, man, I just got 2 heartfelt messages this past week about what we doing with AC. So I appreciate y'all if y'all watching right now. Really, like, truly. It's motivation for me to keep going, you know what I'm saying? Because we doing a lot, y'all. We putting in hours right now. And sometimes it's it don't seem like it's paying off, but I know we doing good work. We doing God's work. So appreciate y'all, man. That's all I got to say. Moving forward, Climber of the Week. So the Climber of the Week this week is a special one, all right? We done did a couple companies, couple business, couple nonprofits. But the first one, remember, it was Janelle. So remember, it could be individuals. This one is a student, okay? Her name is Kyra Goff, all right? Shout out to you, Kyra. Kyra worked really hard. She saw me over the summer jumping rope. So they was all jumping rope. Elementary kid saw us all jumping rope. I decided I was going to go ahead and show out. So I'm skipping with the jump rope. I'm going forward, right? I'm going forward as I skip. Straight up high knees in a jump rope. She dedicated probably a couple weeks, practiced, and before I knew it, like first week of school, second week of school, she like, Mr. Harris, you got to come see what I could do. Went outside and she was killing it. She can actually go backwards now. So because of that, Kyra, you the Climber of the Week. I know you be watching the podcast too. So much love to you.
Yeah, Kyra.
All right. And Joanne, you met her and her twin in Mystery Camp when y'all came. So, big shout out to you. You the Climber of the Week for sure.
That's impressive.
I know. I mean, not too many people in this world can go backwards like that. She literally could travel backwards, like high knees. I can't even high knees backwards. I can only backpedal
without the jump rope.
I trip. So yeah, so shout out to her, man. But guys, y'all, we gonna lay back, saying kick back, chill today. We got a big topic that needs addressing in society. cap. Why do people cap? Like, I don't understand it. I don't know if y'all don't understand it. I mean, we all cap sometimes, but like, why do we even do that little bit of cap? And why do some people live off of their cap? So that's what I really want to get into. Before we even start the actual conversation, does anybody got any comments towards cap real quick? Y'all want to get into it then. All right, say less.
Who got
say
it?
less?
Man, I mean, I'll hop in. Listen, I mean, a lot of people be capping off of just fitting in, social, you know what I mean, social surroundings. They trying to, you know what I mean, be with the in crowd. Like, you see it all the time with the popular people in high school. You feel like you got to act a certain way, talk a certain way, do certain things, talk a certain way. Like, bro, that ain't you. Like, it is the worst when, like, you around your peers and they know it's not you.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like when you playing on a sports team, like, y'all play sports. And, bro, you know exactly what I'm talking about when you got that person who's a rah-rah leader, like, who's only doing it for the coaches. Like, like we see the fake in you. And that's the most, like, that's the most annoying thing in the world, bro. And I remember I ain't gonna put out no names either. I had a coach who was like, yeah, you need to do this, you be more vocal, this type of leader in order for me to become a single digit at Temple. So I'm like, I am a single digit. Like, I deserve it off of how I you know, how I am, how I talk to people, treat people. Just because I don't lead a certain way doesn't mean that I'm not a leader. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I understood where he was coming from, but he was like, oh, you see this person doing this? Like, stop comparing. And that comparison is what lead a lot of people to start capping because they feel like, oh, I gotta do this or follow this blueprint.
Yeah. And
I think it
all
got
that
to do a
pressure,
lot
man.
with
That pressure is, it's
what you
like,
say,
like
Joe?
Joe said, I think it got to do a lot with fitting in. That's pretty much where I guess you could say it start from, or, you know, the source. It's a lot of people that's trying to find themselves. I guess you could probably say around the teenage years. That's probably more so where you see it the most. But definitely, I mean, even as an adult, you see it every day still with a lot of people that's just trying to fit in with their peer groups, or even it's not even necessarily about trying to fit in socially. I mean, it could even be, you know, trying to be a part of a group that's, you know, where you work at. You know what I'm saying? It does not matter if it's or where it's at, but you know, it's definitely that. I feel like that's like the main reason that, you know, the cap starts. It's just trying to really fit in, trying to live a lie that, you know, is not really true, but it's just a shot at show off or impress, or, you know, that's basically it.
Yeah, man. Hey, think about too. You talking about teenagers, college, right? You did mention adults too, but like, man, college dudes try and fit in, but then like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to high school and teenagers and even kids, believe it or not, I ain't gonna lie. The more I work with kids, I'm starting to think how desperate they really are to fit in, and the more I thought about myself, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Back when we was young, I used to want true religion so bad, bro. And I used to say true religion was hard, bro. But I never like myself. I never thought it was hard, bro.
no.
It looked like somebody just let their horse just got on their front two legs and kicked your butt with their two back legs. And now you got the little true thing on you. Like, I never liked true religions, but for some reason, bro, to fit in, to try and fit that mold, I just did it. You know what I'm saying? I think of another example in middle school. I tried my hardest to keep up fashion wise. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes my parents just couldn't give me the nice clothes that everybody else had. And I remember I got me some like fake Air Forces. Like, I knew they was fake. I don't know what my parents did, but I rocked them trying to act like they was real. And before I knew it, I got teased. I got caught in the cap, right? So I don't know, man.
That actually happened to me.
With fashion, it's like sometimes I feel like kids don't even like it, but because it's popular, they try and fit in and they really cabinet themselves. And it's just that to me, that's sad. I think about Crocs, bro. I used to rock Crocs in high school and I used to get dogged. Like, they like, man, why you got them big boats on? Like, nobody wear no Crocs. Bro, I can't turn to my left or to my right without seeing at least one pair of Crocs in my
everywhere
and in the mall, anywhere I go. So I don't know, man. That's just a little tidbit I got on that too.
Is it? Do you think it's about trying to fit in, or so? I feel like when I experience someone lying, right, or capping, what comes to my head the most, or immediately, is the fact that like something within them, you know what I mean? Like they like there's like it's a self-esteem issue or something like that. You know what I mean? Not so much as like trying to fit in with the peer group or whatever. It's like something in them that's like they not really happy about. So they gotta, maybe lie or cap to get to the next level where they actually want to be at. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen some hard sketches the other day. those Air Monarchs, man. I'll rock me up here for real, man. But for real, I think it's.
I don't know about the sketch.
I don't know. But for I think it's sometimes I think it could be a self-esteem issue for real as well. Unfortunately. But definitely trying to fit in is like one of the biggest things. For sure.
Yeah, it could be for sure self-esteem.
I feel like a lot of people, like when we talk about capping as we're speaking about it, I'm like, bro, a lot of these, especially kids, like they don't even like realize it. Like you said, like they don't even understand that they're acting a certain way just because they're trying to adapt. That's like where they really are falling prey to. They're trying to adapt to a certain environment. It's almost like a survival mode when you're a kid, because then you like, oh, I have friends, I have that emotional support, I have that circle. But then it takes someone like, for me, like a Bryce or John or somebody else to pull you, be like, oh, I can actually be myself. Like I can be around a different group that lets me fall back to my normal habits, my normal, like who I actually am as a person.
So what if that's the case, right? We all met each other. Like I say, when we were like 15, right?
I mean, we met each other in 6th grade for real. We was like,
some of you guys knew each other longer than, because I met you guys when I would say like 15, 16. Bryce, I knew you, going to JP's house, maybe like 14, 15.
Right.
Vaughn, I met you around like 16, whatever. But around that time, when do you think you start growing into being like an individual though? Where it's like, okay, I don't really care. I want to wear this or I'm gonna do that. I don't care. I'm just gonna
That's
be
a good
me.
question.
Low key,
I don't think there's an age.
Bro, I feel like low key. I feel like low key, the people around you help you develop who you are, right? So, how do I want to put this? If you've always been an outsider, then I don't know many people that have always been an outsider and always not had many friends and felt like they could be confident in themselves. I think the people that find themselves, at least from my experience and from what I've seen, the people that find themselves and can be like, oh, I don't care what nobody say, at least have at least 2 to 3 people that they can depend on to love them regardless, unconditionally, right? Whether it's a friend or family, like, you know what I'm saying? I used to rock some crazy stuff sometimes at Firestone. I would wear my calf shoes, remember, with the platforms. I didn't care what nobody thought, because I had like a ridiculous amount of support. I had, both parents at home, all 4 of my grandparents, all my aunts, uncles, my cousins, plus y'all. Man, you say something to me in the hallway about me wearing my shoes. I don't care about none of that, because I'm myself. I'm myself, and people, I know that I'm validated that people love me for who I am. But what about the kids or even the adults that have nobody in their corner? I mean, I couldn't even imagine trying to be confident in that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be like, oh, hey, you ain't gonna tell me nothing. I know I look good. How you know you look good? You ain't had not one person tell you, not one person love you. And not to say you need that, but I'm just trying to keep it a buck. I feel like that does help, man. I feel like that for sure is a big piece of it.
It definitely helped.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's everybody don't get to have that luxury, like you said, of having both parents in the house, having a support system around them that, they can just be like, forget the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't even necessarily think it has to do with just not having both parents in the house. I think it could be anything, as a kid. Like I said, you're going to be finding yourself, like Jovan said. It's kind of an automatic thing to kind of want to fit in, especially you're going to school every day, you're around these kids every day. You're going to want to have friends. You're gonna not want to be an outsider. You know what I'm saying? So that it's kind of like an automatic thing, and you got to kind of catch it, I guess. Definitely, you know, just even remembering from my situation, like it wasn't necessarily about, oh, you know what I'm saying, the fact that I didn't have both parents, and I think it was the fact of just wanting some attention and just wanting to be cool. You know, that's something too. Like it can be as harmless as I just want to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be, you know what I'm saying? I want other people to see me as somebody, or, you know, anything like that. But like you said, it's definitely very important. I feel like it would definitely help to have both parents, or even one, show you a, you know, specific amount of attention and, you know, love. That definitely would help. Having a support system. We kind of got lucky, I guess you would say, because we met in 6th grade. We was all able to kind of come together, even, you know, with our differences and everything, and still be able to say, like, even whatever is going on around the school, like, that don't matter to us. We still got our own. This is what we think of each other. Nobody's gonna change our opinion of each other. Don't care how different you are. So I mean, we kind of got lucky, but everybody don't have that.
I can't say how blessed I am, man. Like y'all was in my wedding for a reason, man. Like, man, I've been so blessed. I've been reflecting on how blessed I was to have y'all, especially, man. Y'all know I'm coaching at Firestone, man, and I see so many kids that I can see it in their eyes that they don't want to do the things that they doing. Let alone, like, some of them is smoking. I know they don't want to smoke. I could see that they want to go D1. I could see that they want to go hard in the weight room, but they too busy looking at everybody else, and they see everybody else acting out, showing they behind, right? So
yeah, they environment want alone.
I'm like, man, I'm pulling this. I'm like, dude, I know you want this. Like, you know you could go the right way. And they tell me they want to, and I can see their heart, like, you know what I'm saying? I can see their whole demeanor change, and they'll get right for like a day, and then they go right back to it because they don't fit in, or somebody teases them. They're like, bro, now you want to work hard in the weight room, bro? Shut up, bro. Blah blah blah. And then they see, you know, they right back to it. So I can't emphasize enough how thankful I am of y'all, man. But another thing that you had made me think about, John, was when you talked about just the fact that it's meant to be cool. Like, we said that a couple times, but you got me really thinking, man, like, about social media and today's world of social media, man. I feel like everybody cap just a little bit, even if it's just stretching the truth a little bit. Even myself, like, I try and keep it a buck on my Instagram. I ain't gonna lie. I try and let everybody see all my sides. Like, I showed y'all this mark a couple weeks ago. Like, bro, it's still here. I'm pumping the mess out of my head. I try my best to be authentic because it's kind of fun for me too. It's almost like my diary. But in the same time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's going to see all my hardships, all the things that I go through on social media. But there's some people that are way worse than me in terms of their cap. Like, people trying, like, with this Forex, people talking about they fitness enthusiasts. Like, you go to Planet Fitness, you're a fitness guru. You go to Planet Fitness, you happen to be light skinned, curly hair, pretty attractive with a nice butt. Now all of a sudden you got 1 million followers. You got all these girls trying to look just like you. When you know good and well you had a BBL. Stop acting like you go work out and you earn that. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about to fit in to be cool, but people also fit in for obviously money, for success, to look bigger and better than they actually are. And I feel like that's low-key a sin, bro. Like, aside from everything, we know lying is a sin and whatever, but like, bro, I feel like giving people that much cap, bro, putting yourself on that pedestal for people to look up to and idolize you when you know good and well you don't deserve that throne. I feel like that's wrong, me personally.
I mean, it is. It's definitely wrong. But I mean, go ahead.
My bad, bro.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
I really don't think it's wrong, because a lot of people do, like, profit off of it, or they're trying to sell their brand or where they're going to be.
But what if you? But what if you did? But you're not there yet, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're not there yet,
it's just like their words of affirmation. When I think about it, I'm like they just put it out in the world. I'm not saying I condone all of it, like the influencers. I'm like, what are you influencing? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think it depends on what you like, what it is that you're kind of like. You got to know the difference between cap and, like Joe said, speaking something into existence, or like having, like, it being the words of affirmation, or just trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely
you cannot get like surgery and then get on Instagram and
that's
say
draw.
you got it out the mud.
Oh yeah,
That's draw.
No.
That's draw. You can't do that.
cap.
You can't.
Yo, I'm actually
y'all know I
on
know all about it. I
people
make
on
music, and y'all
Instagram.
know some of the biggest cappers on the internet is rappers, you know, musicians, artists, things like that. And like Bryce said, bro, a lot of it is specifically not even to be cool. A lot of it is for success. Like when it comes to the music industry, you're not gonna make it unless you have a certain image. You're not gonna make it unless you are somebody. Nobody wants to hear a nobody. You feel me? So you gotta have some type of status, some type of money. You got to obviously have the talent. And, you know, a lot of people cap about the money aspect of it and the, you know, being important, who they know, and just anything when it comes to the music, you know, it's so much, you know what I'm saying? That,
Hey man,
I see that every day.
if I hear another, I'll pull up in a Lambo, bro. You live on the same street as me.
Bro, you know what that made me think of is Kodak. I ain't got nothing.
I'm broke. I mean, honestly, bro, I'm in the middle. Like, I see both sides, like Chanel with that, bro. Like, because I'm not gonna lie, in some of my songs, I speak about so much success, but in my eyes, when I'm writing that music, I see myself. You know what I'm saying? I see myself there. So a lot of it is, you know, just words of affirmation and speaking things into existence and trying to, you know, basically say, this is what I see coming. I know it's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, at least in a sense, that's what it is for me. A little more innocent, you know, on the innocent side. But I definitely understand you can't, you know what I'm saying, lie. You got to know the difference. It's a balance. I feel like you gotta have that gauge in your mind to be able to know, okay, I'm just out here, I'm BSing, or you know what I'm saying, or I'm speaking something. I'm trying to speak some success into my life and positive, you know, things into my life.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. And little side note, man. Let me just say this: if y'all made it this far on the podcast, I know I always say go stream Big Bro Bryce. Man, I rap. I really rap, and I know I got some skills, just a little bit. But like y'all, the best rapper in the city is sitting on this podcast. Like, and I'm not even just saying that because my guy. Like, I was just talking to Luch yesterday. True story, just yesterday. We was talking about you, John, and we was both talking about you, bro. Like, bro, man, I'm about to put the pressure on you. You at Funk Flex, ain't that what it's called? You on Funk Flex right now, bro. Hey, man, when you releasing, bro, because just a quick side note, because I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm getting a little impatient, and I'm starting to get mad. And I'm about
what?
When am I releasing?
He posted.
You know how he's
post a project 2 years ago,
bro. Where is the music, bro? Because you are really the best in the city, bro, and the whole city waiting, bro. At this point,
I appreciate you, bro. Honestly, bro, to be completely honest, like, I actually have a project dropping with my bro, Just Cam, part of ALB, he from Akron, and he's we got a little joint tape coming out. You call it EP tape in October, and we got most of it done. Literally, it's one song left that has to be done. So I mean, we can definitely confidently say, you know, October is what we're looking at as far as dropping, and then just as far as solo, I'm really kind of working on an album. That's one thing that I'm not gonna lie, I'm a perfectionist, bro, and obviously that's not always a good thing because of what, you know, how long it's taking me to drop music. But I feel like at the same time, I can't just break away from what I've been doing. You know, like what's gotten me the success I've gotten so far with this music is being a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I understand I gotta keep up with the demand. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely got a couple of projects dropping before the end of the year. One is with, you know, somebody else, and one is a solo. So you know, y'all don't gotta wait too much longer.
Yeah, because we're waiting. Because every time I play something, and they be like, "Yo, he got an album," I'm like,
everybody in Toledo was rocking with him. They probably done forgot.
Yes,
so you
bro.
need to wake them back up, man. That's all I'm saying.
For sure. No, I'm on it, bro. I'm on it. Trust me, I'm definitely on it now.
Say less, man, and y'all, just so y'all know, man. John really do got something special, man. But we be putting that pressure on him. We be putting that pressure on him. We gonna keep doing that. But let's go back to the topic, man. Did anybody have something to say real quick about rapping or anything like that? Because that's what we was talking about. So we could backtrack.
I think. Well, remember, you know, with the question, I think it was either Divorce or Joe that had just asked. When does that stop, like that whole trying to fit in thing? And I was just gonna chime in and say I don't think it does. I think that can go all the way until you gone. It doesn't matter if you a child or you 70 years old. If you got a group of people that you try to impress, or you got a society, if you're trying to fit into society in general, you know what I'm saying, or society. Anything that's like facts. That, it's not even about just peer groups at this point. It's definitely about just society, and I think that music is a huge part of that. I think that's one of the main things that has people trying to fit in and doing the things that they are doing. I'm not gonna lie, is music. And I'm not specifically talking about rap, but I think hip hop is like the biggest genre in the world, so it has no choice but to affect most people. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we see a lot of the stuff we see, for real, is because of hip hop music.
You feel like it's the same thing with Forex and stuff like that, man, bro. Forex, Forex, they successful in their own rights, but they're not getting money like that, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a part of that before. Like, I got recruited into something like that. I wasn't like a Forex person, like, oh, I'm getting people to come in, and like I was just recruited into it. And just from my whole experience with it, bro, you're right. They're not at all. Like, they gotta put some. It's like they gotta pull you in. Like, I guess say like when you getting recruited, a good school isn't gonna lie to you, but they gonna kind of beat things up. You know what I'm saying, and try to pull you or get you. You know what I'm saying, get you interested, get you to want to come in, and I feel like that's what they do. Definitely. Well, I know that's definitely one of the things they do.
Bro,
So
Toledo told me, bro. Toledo told me they was gonna build an underground tunnel. Y'all been in Toledo. Divorce, you definitely know Toledo. They said they was gonna build an underground tunnel from Larimer, from the glass bowl to the indoor football field. So in the winter, you never gotta go outside. I don't know why he as a high schooler believe that, but he said it straight to my face. He was like, yeah, like we going big. You know what I'm saying? We doing a lot of things here. So when you hear it's gonna be a lot better than what you see now. I'm just like, oh, bad. Man, bro. I can't believe I fell for that. But it's just cat. You know what I'm saying? They do stress the truth, John. And you just hit it on the head for real.
And that's why, bro, that part about that, when we talk about like gurus and the negatives, I try to see the glass half full, but like when they talk about all these gurus, like, why don't you own a house? Why aren't your abs like this? Get this abs in 20 days. Like, what? Bro, like why are you're putting this information out there to recruit people and to get people, but in the process, like, you're feeling bad about yourself or where you're at because you feel like you should be doing this. They be saying like financially you should be here or whatever. Why are you working a 9 to 5? Like, bro, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
bro. Somebody got to work a 9 to 5. Somebody got to work a 9 to 5.
Yeah, somebody got to work these stuff. Got to move.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's the part of it that really bothers me. Like, I personally, I wouldn't be even on social media, bro. Both of my social medias that I use very like often, Facebook and Instagram, all was made by Bryce. I didn't make them. Like, no, I'm serious. Like,
you all right?
I said, bro, why aren't you on?
Bro, Jovan, bro, you got to get an Instagram, bro.
You said scouts are on, like the coaches are on here. You got to message them, this and that. I'm like, bro, I don't want to. He pulled out my phone, made my Twitter. I said,
true story, bro. True story.
And that's why I don't got a TikTok, because Bryce ain't make a TikTok. I'm not doing all that. But just to come back to it, like all these groups, it can be really detrimental to your health, like as far as your mental health. Staying on these social medias, like that's the biggest thing for me, because then I start thinking in my head, this is what I deal with personally. I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing more and stuff like that, but then I gotta come back and be like, all right, let me stay in the present. Let me focus on the moment, what I'm doing right now. Like, what can I do right now to make me better than tomorrow? And social media ain't doing that. It's just a waste of time and a lot of cat.
Definitely a lot of cat.
Even, bro, cheating, bro. Like, do I feel like
terrible? Like,
cheating is like the worst type of cat. Like I don't respect cheaters. You know what I'm saying? Now, what y'all men on here or anybody out in this world choose, or women choose to do, that's on y'all. But for me personally, you know what I'm saying, I don't think there's no need to cheat. You might as well just break up with the girl. But like, you get caught up in so many lies, I feel like, when you cheat or when you're not being faithful to your significant other. And I feel like just in the world that we live in, like that's one of the top caps, at least the way that social media portrays it, right? Like I swear I can't open up Instagram or Twitter without seeing a story about cheating or somebody joking about cheating. It's like everywhere. Like it's like everybody cheating nowadays. The girls getting smarter, and the guys is getting caught a lot more. And that's just what I feel like. It's just I'm saying, bro, like dudes talking about, oh, my girl,
I'm with you.
I caught my girl, like, but she getting smarter. Like, I'm like, bro, why is that even a thing? Why is everybody in the comments laughing about it? Like, I don't know, brother. So that's the worst part of Cap in the whole book for me.
No, I hate bro, even like and just cheating and even just touching on cheating in general. Like, I hate the people post on social media how good they're doing in a relationship and all this lovey-dovey, and behind closed doors they're really struggling. You know what I mean? That bothers me. That's one of the worries I have with people post on social media anyway, because I just worry about how they actually are doing mentally. And like, are you posting for the right reasons? Because sometimes people post for just to get that crowd, like the attraction, like talk about me, like praise me, and that's what a lot of people, especially like ex-athletes, because we're looking for that praise, leaving our sport, and we're like, all right, I need these likes, I need to, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at that number, and then you go back to cheating, and it's like, bro, like just to come back to the topic, it's when I hear someone in my friend group cheats, someone, usually more times than not, if you're a friend of mine that cheat, you're no longer my friend, because I can't trust you. You got someone who loves you so much, or like feel this type of way about you, and then you break their heart and you double cross them. That you have no loyalty to me. Then, like, even though you might think differently, I can't separate the two in my mind. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys feel any differently with that, but like, there's a lot of my former teammates that used to cheat, or that I shouldn't say a lot of them. Let me take that out.
Hold on.
But there are some that I don't want to put nobody, you know what I mean? But there are some that used to cheat, and I'm like, bro, like, I can't trust you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I can't play with you. Like,
you still work for them, bro, and I respect that, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Everybody cheated at Toledo, bro. It was slim pickings on the dudes that was faithful up there. I don't care, bro. I'll say it.
Bro. It's not that. It wasn't that many faithful people, and then they try to blame it on, man, it's not my fault. Girls in my DMs, like, no, you had a play in that. There's always you had a large play in that. It wouldn't have happened if you said, "No, I got a girlfriend, I can't do it."
Man, bro,
but your lust, your temptation is getting you to move in a certain way that is, unfaithful, and it's just not fair.
And just for
women cheat too. I'm not saying that, but because I've had a fiance for so, I'm just gonna say this because I have a fiance. My female interactions on that level, I've never got to those conversations. That's all I'm saying.
Period.
I just wanted to add the same goes for women as well. We are aware that men are not the only one who cheat.
Yes, I said that. You're right.
For sure. We said that.
And they're just as bad. They're just as bad in today's world, for sure. I mean,
some of it make me, I've seen some crazy stuff with women, man, make me never want to be in another relationship, man.
Honestly.
Because I be seeing like what women be doing out here, man.
College
is dangerous.
Now let's keep this a little PG. Let's keep this PG. But like, bro, college,
for sure.
Bro,
but you just,
bro, I done seen girls text their dudes, "I'm going to bed," and they going straight to another dorm. Like, come on, like, stop the cat. That's what this is all about. Like, why are you
stop the cat?
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing? Hey, anybody that is from Toledo, especially my old lineman, y'all know I give the freshmen the same speech every single year. I used to give them the same speech. I'd be like, if they was dating somebody in high school or somebody that went to a different university or college, I would say, "Is your girl cheating on you right now?" They would say, "No." I'd be like, "How do you know that?" They were like, "Because I just texted her. She said she was going to bed." I'd be like, "Do you believe in God?" And if they said yes, I would be like, "Okay, how do you know that God is real?" They'd be like, "Cause I read the Bible, I pray, I feel like he's a part of me." I'm like, "Okay." Both of those, you could be 99.9999999% sure that God is real and that your girl is not cheating. But there's still that 0.0001. You don't know. You cannot prove that God is real. I believe God is real. I know God is real, but I can't prove it.
Can't physically prove it.
And another thing you can't do is prove that your girl is not cheating on you right this instant. And then I used to get the same response. I used to get guys laughing and stuff, and then they would always learn though. I'd be like, yo, I'm just keeping it a buck, right? Yeah, man. It's
now I got a
sad,
question
but it's
for
true.
you though. Now, how did you feel about that, or like when somebody said that about you? Because I had people tell me when I came to college as a freshman, they're like, "Yo, you still got a girlfriend back home?" Oh,
They used to be like, "Oh yeah, it's
I
a
swear,
wrap." They used to be
I
like, "It's a
had
wrap."
like everybody on the team
wrap.
like, break up with her, break up with her. We
Oh,
won
yeah.
a championship. Oh, break up with her. I'm like,
But that got me
I'm thinking in my
competitive
head,
though.
you coward.
I ain't
You
gonna lie
weak.
to you. That got me competitive. Though. That made me
For
competitive.
real.
And I would go out
Yep.
cards and I'd be like, hey, guess what these dudes have told me today? I ain't gonna lie, you the one, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, yeah, we had an understanding. And me and Janelle, we FaceTimed like obsessively throughout our college
You
years.
have to. Long distance wise, you got to.
I mean, I'd be on the game with y'all on FaceTime. We would go to sleep together on FaceTime. Out of respect of both of us, for real. I mean, just to respect our relationship, to stay away from that type of energy. But it's easy to fall into it. I mean, there was a couple times up in Toledo where it's like, yeah, I'll go out, you know what I'm saying? And it's nothing but, you know what I'm saying, good looking girls, a lot of good energy. It's so easy. You know what I'm saying? It's just easy. That's the best way to put it. But then you just go right back to your phone, shoot your girl a text and just like, yo, just wanted to let you know I'm thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? And you go ahead, either go to the crib or you just sit bite if you got enough self-control. And I personally did, but not everybody did. And I will leave it at that because I don't want to throw Toledo under the bus. Look, Toledo had a lot of faithful dudes, and I'm just keeping it a buck. But there were a lot of people that cheated. End of story. When we talk about cap, though, man, we talking about all of this stuff. Do y'all honestly feel like there's ever a good time to cap? Do y'all feel like cap is like lying and sometimes good? And let's not talk from a religious standpoint, because from a religious standpoint, it's never good to lie. But sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, sometimes I feel like it's not too bad to lie. Like, I can't think of an example just this instant. Actually, I can. I ain't gonna lie. No, I can't say this for work purposes.
I ain't gonna lie.
I can't say this for work purposes, but like, there's been times where I lied to help somebody. I'll just say that, and it made somebody feel a lot better. But I lied. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say I'm proud of that, but I don't know, man. Just keeping it real. I don't know if sometimes maybe it is a good thing to lie.
Obviously, besides like, you know, a situation where you would be protecting your life or someone else's, you know, that's obvious, a given. But to protect somebody's feelings, nah, I'm not saying like, oh, I just cheated on this girl, I'm not finna tell her so she don't cry. I'm talking about like, you know, like you said, lied to help somebody, or in a situation where you know something would, you know, destroy them. I feel like maybe like, I'm trying to think of a specific situation while I talk. I would say maybe someone's adopted. I know personal situations where people weren't told they were adopted, or found out they were in a way that they did not want to find out, or, you know, things of that nature. I actually have witnessed that. And the way they reacted when they found out, I could kind of see why it was kept from them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they did not deserve to know. You know, that's everybody's own opinion, but the way they reacted, I could see why they were not, you know what I'm saying, told the truth. And so like situations like that.
When they react that way because they weren't told?
I think that obviously that did have something to do with it for sure. I think that did play a major role, but I also think it was the simple fact of, well, I know for a fact from talking to him, like, it was just the fact that I can't look at you the same no more because you're not my blood, you know? And it did create a divide in that relationship with them and their adopted family. Like, it was actually a divide. Like I said, I witnessed all of this personally.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was definitely, like you said, the fact that they were lied to did have a major part to play. But, you know, like I said, that is not the only situation, but that's just something that I came up with off the top of my head, kind of, or could think of. But, you know, like I said, to protect somebody else's feelings, definitely.
Mm-hmm. I just searched why people lie. Oh my God. If y'all heard that, that's my dog. She's losing her freaking mind. I'm about to close the door. What? I just searched why people lie. They don't want to lose something or someone. It's more convenient in the moment. They really want to believe it's true. Their status or belonging is threatened. They don't want to hurt you. It's beneficial to their goals or to avoid exposing other lies they have told. Man, that number 7 is huge. A lot of people, man, you tell that first lie, now you stuck for the rest of your life. Come on, Lilo, get out of here. Go. No. Go. But yeah, I think that's huge.
Yeah, they do say when you tell a lie, you gotta tell another one to make the, keep up that last.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta keep a little journal. Wait, all right, so I said this after this.
Yeah, you gotta remember it too. Nothing but stress when it comes to that.
Man, keeping it confidential, man. I just had an instance at work, man, where there was a kid that got caught doing something real bad on a Chromebook, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And I had to address it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the counselor. I ain't the principal. You're not about to get in trouble with me. But I couldn't even get the kid to get past it so I could help him. The kid just could not get out of these lies. So I started writing down stuff. And I said, okay, I don't really understand the story. Could you tell me again? It'd be a completely something would be different. It'd be like, so this. And I'm like, oh, I got to add another branch. Man, I ended up getting 6 different stories. And this was just this week, and it opened my eyes. I'm like, man, this was really teaching me a lesson about lying. You'll never remember the same lie the right way. It's always going to be a little different. And I feel like lying also can mess up your memory for real. If you lie enough, you know who lie a lot? Hey, I don't want to name drop. There's a guy who claims that he's the reason you and I went to college football, play college football, Jovan.
Oh, chill. Keep it normal.
That person lies so much they start to believe that it is true. I've been an All-American. I done been.
Do I know this guy?
I done been number 1 center in the nation before, based on this guy. Jovan done played 3 months in the NFL based off this guy.
They know my whole family. I done talked to your mama.
I feel like I know this guy.
Oh, you do, bro. We're not gonna say it though.
I think I know. Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But we all love him, man. We all love him. That's the guy, man. But
Love that man.
Everybody know that man caps a little bit though, and it's pretty bad. And I feel like he really been believing it because he said it so much. He said it so many times in his head that he starts to believe it. And I personally feel like that's toxic too.
You know what made me think though just now? How much other cap stuff do you say about people that was before us though? That's what made me, because I used to believe some of it,
we done heard
about some of the other players. I'm like, oh, yo, he was crazy.
Oh yeah, that man
ain't none of it validated.
He bitch 600,000 pounds.
You gotta take everything bro say with a grain of salt. That's how it go. When it comes to that type of stuff. But you know what I think the biggest reason, honestly, I think one of the biggest reasons for people lying on this earth, everybody probably have been through. I'm gonna say, matter of fact, I know for a fact 100% of people have been through it at least once. It's just lying out of fear, whether it's fear of, losing somebody, fear of being looked at a certain way, fear of being harmed, fear, it don't matter what. I think fear is a huge reason people will lie. Just whether you, like I said, it doesn't matter specifically what you're scared of, whether it's you scared of a person, you scared of the outcome, you scared of anything, how you looked at is fear. Fear is definitely a reason.
That's
and
fair,
I feel like
bro.
everybody at least once, whether it was innocent or not, or, a big deal or not, has probably told a little fib out of fear, your parents, oh no, I didn't break that. That was no. Or anything, when it comes to anything. Yeah,
my dad told
lying
me
to your girl about cheating or lying to your parents about not breaking something.
Pops taught me at a young age not to lie, man. But I ain't gonna lie. I remember one whooping that I completely wish he didn't hit me for. I still stand on this, man. Is lying for fun and for jokes, right? I think there's a lesson that needs to be had there, but I don't know about a whole little whooping. But funny story. Long story short, man. Long story short, man, it was 2 people in my 3rd grade class and I knew they liked each other. And I used to write like a girl. I still do for real. People compliment my handwriting all the time. So I used to write like a girl. So I wrote a love letter. I wrote a love letter to my friend. He was my best friend from that girl. And I was like, man, I'm about to mess with my dude. Like, obviously they third graders, of course. I don't like her. I don't like him. Well, who wrote it? I swear it wasn't me, blah, blah. They told me it was Bryce. I'm like, it wasn't me. So the teacher, obviously the teacher know my handwriting. She like, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Was it you? At that point, I see why I got the whooping because I said no. But I wanted the joke to keep going. So
you kept it up, yeah.
But I'm having fun with it. So
That's probably where the whooping came from.
I think so. But I'm not smart enough to understand, like, she knows my handwriting. So I'm like, oh, she think it's me, but if I keep lying, she not gonna know it's me. Then everybody gonna be wondering who did it. And I'm gonna just come out for fun. Like, I'm gonna be like, it was me. Man, bro, I got home, bro. My dad said, what I tell you about lying? We do not lie in this house. Yeah. If one thing you don't do is lie. Man, bro, I'll never forget. I was so confused. I was so irritated. But I never joked like that again. Like, I never just was sitting there joking about that type stuff. So I learned my lesson, I guess.
Yeah. To be honest, you probably would have got that whooping if you just like fessed up that other
right there.
That
she wouldn't have called home. She called home. She called home. Was like, yeah, I just want to let you know, Bryce was up here causing a ruckus in the class, and he lied.
Yeah, she definitely was just irritated that you kept going with it. I ain't gonna lie. She was like, y'all know, he got to go.
It's just like in those situations, it's just no point in lying. Like, you would much rather have someone be disappointed at you than lie and then they not trust you and then still be disappointed at you. Correct. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. I remember one time,
you gotta think about it, bro. They're not looking at it like they're about to get found out. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at it like, oh,
you can't even
he's about to find out and then not trust me. They're looking at it like I can either lie and be, obviously have this person not disappointed in me, or I can tell the truth and have them disappointed in me. Nobody's going into a lie thinking, oh, I'm about to get caught. Nobody's going to that.
I can think of a kid. I can think of a kid that I know. I'm not gonna say what school he goes to, but he straight up stole a football, put it in his bag, took it home, got caught on camera, asked him the next day what happened. Dude talking about, oh, somebody put it in my bag. I don't know, it wasn't mine. They like, oh, okay, so you probably brought it back then. We'll take it. Oh no, I left it home. I forgot it in my bag. I'm sitting like, bro, why? You're on camera.
Yeah, that's just like fear. That's fear, and
that's definitely fear.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say delusion because I don't feel like he believes that. I would definitely just say it's fear. Like I said, he don't want to be looked at as a thief, even though he don't realize I just got caught already. I'm already found out. I'm already just like the kid. You know what I'm saying? That you had to get the story from who was on his Chromebook doing whatever. He didn't want to be looked at as whatever, it would obviously be something negative for him to be lying about it. He didn't want to be looked at as that. Even though he already is found out, they still are like hanging on to that little thread of, and that's where I feel like it's a little bit of delusion. They're hanging on to like, if I keep telling this lie long enough, I'll believe it. And it'll just somehow magically be true. But it's definitely fear and just, fear how they are being looked at. That's how I feel it is. Because other than that, it's not really any other reason. You already found out. You know what I'm saying? You already caught. It's over. But they still are hanging on to that, no, I'm not a thief. Or no, I'm not a weirdo. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that. I'm going to just continue. I'm going to hold on to this and until hopefully it just goes away or something like that. That's how I feel like it.
Yeah. That's a good point, man. I think that's a good perspective for real. What about the last? Let's talk about this last topic, and then I want to talk about one more thing after that too. But so, what about like stretching the truth, like little white lies, like almost like we talked about social media. Like you know good and well you 5'11", but you say you 6 foot for real. What y'all think about that type of cat?
That's where insecurities come in from. To me, that's where I think that's like more of a self-esteem thing and insecurity thing. Because I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I did that just a little while ago, bro. Like we all know, I'm on like a weight loss journey. I was like 310 pounds, and obviously I did lose a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm around 240, 235 right now. But I'm not gonna lie, I was at the gym, and to make myself feel a little better, bro, I dropped a couple pounds when I was talking about how much weight I lost. Like I was like, bro, I'm like 225. Just to make I don't know why, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why.
I get it though. I get it.
You feel me? Like I didn't already lost in reality like 70 pounds, but for some reason to me that wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? I had to say like, oh no, I lost like 85 or anything like that. I don't know why I did it, but that's really where the self-esteem and the insecurity thing comes in, that for sure. Like I just did it. I can't lie to you.
No, I feel that. I've done that with weight before. Now I make myself very mindful that I don't do that as a habit, but I have done it before. Like somebody asked me what my max bench is. Like I've said 10 extra pounds that I've never hit in my life. Like
right.
I've watched myself fail. Like I've hit, you know what I'm saying? I could hit 430 for one, but I've said 440 for one rep before, you know what I'm saying? Like or like I squat.
I don't know why.
My squat chart was like 680 at one point. Up in Toledo, I've said my max is 700. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I said it, I know I was capped. I'm like, that wasn't true, but I just kept talking, right? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? But that also makes me think, bro. Like, how many people cap about that part? That what I said I cap about. Like, how many people be like, yeah, bro,
a million every day.
Yeah, bro, I ran a 4.3 in high school. I could have swore it was 3. Or
you can walk around the city and hear that.
What's my man 4.6?
or I swear I'm dunking. Yeah, I'm dunking. I was at the blah blah blah. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, why though? Like when you really
they just want that. They just want that
innocent
view.
From the outside.
Like everything, all the numbers still be impressive. Like all them stuff you doing, like who you be still be impressive. But they just want to boost it in their head. Be like they gonna think I'm this just a little bit more. Like, bro, you still cool. Like, a 4.4 is still fast. A 4.5 is still fast.
But you don't have to run a 4.3.
It has to do with self-esteem issues. Because, like you said, that's already still impressive, bro. You know how many people are impressed with the fact that I lost 70. I'm impressed with myself for that. But, like, you know, like you said, you just gotta. It's not enough in your eye. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's definitely where it comes into. You know, that has everything to do with you and how you view yourself and how you know what I'm saying, how you move.
Yeah, and I like that, man. That's a good perspective. Deanna, how many times?
Being human.
Deanna, I know you a gym rat. I know you done capped about your weight before. About how much you get hit.
As far as the weight room, I don't. I know that sounds crazy, but actually, when I talk about my people ask me my workout routine. They be surprised like what I say. Like they ask me like what my bench is. I'm like, well, I don't usually go above like 135. You know what I mean? They like, well, how you get your chest like that or whatever you say me say. I'm like, well, I do 135, 10 sets, 10 reps, 10 to 15 reps. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So in the gym, I don't really have those white lies, but I've done that with the weight though before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's easy to do that with the weight.
Yeah, just drop a couple pounds. And I'm trying to think of some other like little white lies that I made. I try to keep myself from lying though, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, because for me, you said it earlier, like it messes up my reality sometimes, man. You got to keep up with these little white lies or whatever lies. Yeah. I learned like a while ago that like it's hard for me necessarily to keep up with that over the course of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, you just said this though, like last week. And you know, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
Let's talk about that, though. Let's talk about that. Well, first of all, regarding what you said about the weight, you tell the dude is 135. I just thought about something funny. I feel like now that I think about it, what if everybody is lying in the weight room? Like most of them, like 90%. So you ask somebody in the weight room, like, "What's your max?" 405, and they ask you what's your max, and you lie too. So you like, "Oh yeah." 405, I can't hit that. Oh yeah, my max is like 385. Yeah, I'm coming for you though. Knowing good well your max is 305. Like
you just say, as soon as people say it, you should be like, "Oh, you trying to go today?"
Right?
UPR?
Huh? Yeah. Huh? I mean, you're not too crazy for thinking that though, because honestly, you don't know. You feel me? Like you're not too crazy for thinking that most people, most people could be lying.
Yeah, but
I just told the truth. My stuff was crazy.
Yeah, Jovan, man, bro.
I just told the truth.
Bro.
I was a nice athlete.
Oh, you know, yeah, okay. I got one more thing, I swear, and then we got to talk about what D'Allen was talking about. So I'll say this real quick, and I'll go right to it. I capped a lot about my knee when I was hurting. I used to tell scouts I was 100% healthy. I would tell people I was 100% healthy. Bro, I used to be going through it with that knee, bro. Oh my God, bro. My knee used to be busting. But that's why I don't regret ever ending it. That's why I don't regret ending it, because I feel great now, bro. Like, I really do, honest truth. But like, man, they be like, how's the knee though? I'll be like, oh, great. I'll be like, zero pain. I'll be like, zero pain. I'll be like, I'm blessed. I would even say I'm blessed, bro. I'll be like, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, the surgery went well, rehab went well. Like, I got no knee pain. Man, bro. My trainers knew I was cat. My coaches knew I was cat. My teammates definitely knew I was cat. Sometimes I couldn't even do 110s, bro. I just could not do it, bro. My knee I would tell everybody, my knee could get to gear 1. There's 3 gears. I can get to gear 1 and I can get to gear 2. Bro, you know how you could just turn that 3rd gear on when you got to accelerate? Like Jovan, 110s. Let's say you know you about to miss that time. You got to turn that 3rd gear on. I literally couldn't. And I'll tell everybody, yeah, my knee cool. So I used to cap about that. But D'Allen.
Yeah, I used to, man.
You was talking about the mental piece. And you was talking about how you try your best not to lie. Let's talk about that, man, before we close. What's some benefits of telling the truth, right? Like, and what's some benefits of always being honest? What do y'all think, at least?
Well, one, you don't have that stress of being a liar, for sure, of keeping up with those lies, I'll say.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like being honest, it creates a level of vulnerability. Vulnerability is actually a strength to me. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't know if there's a way to get too deep. So if I do, let me know, right? But for me, vulnerability is a strength. You know what I'm saying? As a man, we talk about just the other day, I was vulnerable. I posted something on my Instagram that I would never usually post. I seen like a video about like a dude was talking about how he got his heart broken, whatever. And I shared the post and I was like, yo, you know, I got my heart broken in a book. You know, I was basically explaining like how I got over it with a book, right? For me, that's vulnerability for me, like, because I don't want people to see me in the light like, all right, like a woman could, like, you know what I'm saying, like could break, you know, my heart or whatever. But actually I got a lot of feedback on that. Yo, what's that book called? When did you go through that? How did you do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of feedback on that. So that just shows that, like, there's more people going through stuff than what you think, right? So what I'm saying is vulnerability is a strength, right? And being honest creates vulnerability, right? And I feel like when you're honest, that makes people gravitate towards you a little bit more. You know, even if they have something like a question or something for you, if you're honest, if you don't know, then, you know what I'm saying, you don't know. But when I try to shy away from liars, people that lie all the time. I don't even want to like really communicate with them, because you don't know if they lying or telling the truth with any of the conversations you have. Mm-hmm. But if you're talking to somebody that's usually honest all the time, you can have a thorough, real conversation with them, real genuine, because you know they're either going to tell the truth or they're going to be like, okay, this is not that. You know what I mean? But that's just how I feel.
Yeah,
that's a good point, bro. For me on my end, and I don't mean to go all the way back, but we talk about like finding your identity, finding your circle, like as a youth. For me, it was always about being like one of the best people that people meet. Like, I didn't want to have all them clothes. I'm very frugal, so I didn't care about none of them clothes. I just want to be one of the nicest people you ever met. I just want to be one of the best people you met. So like, that was being honest, being a good person to you, remembering your name, saying whatever, even carrying it to today, and to being honest and telling the truth. Now that I'm in my career that I'm in now, working with young, you know, student athletes as they grow into becoming successful adults, they look at me like a brother, like an older brother, and I get to be vulnerable and open up and tell them about a lot of stuff that I went through. Like, I get to tell them like, yo, my sophomore year of college, like, I wanted to quit. Like, I wanted to go home, like right now. And I had a terrible spring ball because of it. I get to be vulnerable and open up to them.
We talking about a single digit, you know what I'm saying? So that's valuable, you being vulnerable like that.
Right. Like, so I've been a captain for 3 years. I got the single digit, went all conference twice. And I had all this talent, but I wanted to get, like, my sophomore year, I wanted to give up. I'm telling them why, all this other stuff, and being open and telling people my story. And hopefully they learn from it. People will be in long distance relationships will, like, hey, this is how I did it. Maybe you could pull some pieces from it. So like just being able to spread your knowledge and your experiences throughout is like so important, because when you lie about it and you're telling someone misinformation, in my mind, I'm going back to the social media. Like now, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm a guru, I know it all. Then you're not helping them. You're not helping them, because it's better for you to just give them like a book that they'll never read versus you telling them a whole bunch of nonsense.
Right.
And it just takes them like nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But there is one thing I want to say about like lying. There is a little bit of like, for me at least, one of the cap that I use is like fake it till you make it, which I kind of sometimes have to rewind. And like if I'm in like an interview or something like that, just be open like, hey, it's gonna be a learning curve that I gotta go through. It's gonna be this and that. But I just want to get through that door. You know what I mean? So I relate to Bond and the rappers who have to, you know what I'm saying, positively tell yourself to do certain things, words of affirmation to get there. Even with the AC, like, man, they be like, the panel, you said the panel. I'm like, man, I hate public speaking, but I'm gonna be good today.
Right. Like, yeah, we provide public speaking, we do all of that, which we do good job. But yeah, I get that.
Yeah, we be killing it. We be killing it.
Same thing with me.
And just to touch back on what you were saying about, just a positive benefit of being a honest person or just not lying in general. I feel like honestly, you could be the best version of yourself, period, by being honest. Not only with the world, but with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like honestly, when it comes to being an impulsive liar or just someone or a compulsive liar, I'm sorry, who just lies and lies, I feel like it starts to become like some sort of mental, like it's touching the mental illness area. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's kind of somewhere in there, and it can lead you to, living in a fairy tale life, living in delusion. Like I said, like we already been saying, when you tell so many lies, you start to believe them sometimes. And it also is obviously because of the insecurities and think of how you feel about yourself. So I feel like when you're an honest person and you are honest with anybody, no matter what the outcome is going to be, that shows that you're not fearing what an outcome is going to be. You're not going to have that stress of keeping up with lies. You're not living in, and then of course, obviously being honest with yourself. That's how you accept your own flaws, insecurities, and become a more, positive version of yourself. That's something I'm going through now. Like, just, even like y'all saying, just trying to be the most honest with myself I can be. I feel like it starts there. You got to be honest with yourself before anything else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got to be honest with the good and bad when it comes to you. And I feel like that's the only way you can really honestly be the best version of yourself anyway, is by, being honest, even down to the little white lies. If you feel like it's something innocent, or, I feel like you gotta embrace that truth. Honestly, that's the best way to live.
Yeah. And I done caught myself recently, man. We all do white lies here and there. Like I said, just even like with my weight, but I done lately, over the past maybe 2 years, I done caught myself actually cutting it off mid-conversation. Like, I'll say it. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. Actually, that's not true. Low-key, I actually hit 580, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or sometimes people be like, you drink that whole gallon? I do. I drink my gallon every day. But there's some days I don't. So if somebody's actually interested, instead of just asking me, like most of the time I'll just say yes. But sometimes I'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, and they be like, how do you do that? I'll be like, well, that's not true. Sometimes I don't drink the whole gallon, right? And I get into that, but I'll just try and catch myself from like telling a white lie or like stretching the truth.
I feel like little things like that is gonna help you. Like, I feel like one day eventually it's gonna be natural. You drinking that whole gallon every single day. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. You being honest with yourself, like you're not lying to yourself and saying, "Oh, well, I drink most of it, so that's enough." You know what I'm saying? Like you eventually are gonna be like, "Okay, I know for a fact I don't drink this whole gallon, but my goal is to drink this whole gallon every day. So now you know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna do that."
Yeah. Man, we could talk for forever, bro. We need to end this, man. It's been a great topic, but Goggins is somebody that David Goggins is somebody y'all should all look up to or look towards regarding lies and being transparent and vulnerable. That's one of the most vulnerable men I ever met, or I haven't met him, but ever seen. Like, I read his book, I listened to his audiobook, I follow him on Instagram. he even talks about how much he hates Instagram, and like he posts it like all the time. He talks about how much he hates some of the followers that he has, but he still posts to them. Like he's so vulnerable, it's ridiculous. He talks about how he hated himself when he was fat. He talks about the things that he went through. He talks about some of the insecurities he had, and now he's graded as the toughest man on earth. Like you ask anybody who the toughest man on earth is, they're gonna say David Goggins. So I think his just from what I learned from his book, I would say, man, his number one success is owning his vulnerabilities. And that's basically stopping the cap. That's literally the title of this episode, like stopping the cap. Like he stopped the cap, he stopped faking it, he stopped bluffing, and he stayed true to himself, owned up his insecurities, owned up to his vulnerabilities, and became the toughest man on earth. Ain't that opposite? Ain't that so backwards? We say like, oh, you want to be tough, you got to hold it in, you got to
hold it in, yeah.
No, he's the toughest man on earth. Everybody say it. And this dude is like one of the most vulnerable people I ever heard speak. He'd be like, oh yeah, bro, when I was fat, I used to eat all these different gulp drinks from 7-Eleven, blah, blah, blah. And I used to just be lazy and I hated my life and I was depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we've probably seen so many people in this world that's depressed, and we would never know it because they aren't vulnerable enough to admit it. And I'm not saying everybody got to spill their tea, but man, does it feel good when you sharing like that, for sure. So
yeah, definitely a sense of relief when you can just be real, be honest, and get that off of you, you know.
Correct, man. So let's close. Let's all do a 15 to a minute. 15 to a minute. I say 15 seconds, but it could be up to 60 seconds. Takeaway, man. Like I say it all the time. We like to use these for our reels. We like to use these as our promotion for the episode. So of everything we talked about, y'all, I'll let everybody go. I'll go last. Let's just get a quick little takeaway, man, that you want the listeners and viewers to remember from this podcast.
Yeah, I'll go first. Just as far as we talk about just being transparent and vulnerable, some of the most successful people in the world are successful because they're true and honest with themselves. Be honest with yourself and analyze who you are on a daily, what you need to work on a daily. And if you're not treating people or you're not receiving certain love or certain things from people, then analyze why that's the way. Is it your fault? Is it their fault? Don't always point the finger at somebody else, because it's going to be, what they say is 3 pointing back at you, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Yeah, it's cool. We got 5 fingers.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. But just, take that time to reflect every day and really understand who you are and take appreciation for where you're at in life.
Period.
I would say my takeaway, or something I would want somebody to take away from this, is that it's okay to be, I guess, you, which is like, I don't want it to sound too generic, but that really is an important thing. Like teenagers and young adults and even, middle schoolers, anything like that, they got to learn, you know what I'm saying? That's something that everybody, I feel like, goes through. I don't feel like there's nobody out there who, at least for a second, does not try to fit in for at least a second. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you find yourself quicker than other people, you mature quicker than other people. I feel like everybody wants to try to fit in with, whatever is around them. And I feel like you just got to know, like, it's okay to not be that typical, person that everybody else accepts, because it's not going to matter later on, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So
facts. Let me pick
it's
you
not
back
gonna,
off
it's
that.
not gonna matter at all.
DeVoris, you can go last, man. Hey, y'all, anybody listening, anybody watching, man, keep your circle close, keep your circle tight. If you don't got a circle, find a circle, even if it's got to be a little dot to start. Man, y'all better find y'all circle, because those are the people that matter, right? Those are the people that you should worry about. Don't worry about what other people thinking about you. Don't lie to try and fit in. You know what I'm saying? If you got to stand out instead of fit in, that's almost better. Stand out, stick out, be you, be the person that you are, be unique. I'm thankful that I got my guys. I know I got my circle with my family, but I just hope everybody got at least somebody that accepts them for who they are, because that's going to boost your confidence and allow you to be a lot more vulnerable. If you feel like an outsider, right, you got at least AC. Y'all know we show love. We don't look at y'all no type of crazy way. We value everybody. So just to piggyback off John, man, it's so valuable. It's so important to have that circle. It's so important to see you for you.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got, man. It's just I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, truly. Deanna, what's up?
That's good. Yeah, I just want to say, vulnerability is a strength, and being honest creates vulnerability. One of my favorite quotes is, live in truth, and the product that you produce will be good, regardless of the order that it falls in. So with that being said, create a standard for yourself, live by that standard, and the puzzle will come together.
Period.
I love that.
Well, John, man, before I do my closing remarks, give me a song that you can send to me that I could play at the end of this, even if I gotta make it a clean version. Go ahead, talk to me.
Okay,
man.
One of mine you saying?
Yeah, for the closeout. So just say what it is, and then we're gonna play it like right now.
Got my feet up while I'm counting the band. Feel like the world in the palm of my hand. Mason the back and he rolling them strands. Went from nobody to filling up stands. Now I'm filling up stands. I just won't fuck on that bitch, ain't no friends. After I hit the night pressing my mans. Hop on the PJ, she won't see me again. No, she won't see me again. And all my niggas, they get that shit poppin'. Once we get started, I swear ain't no stopping. Beef with the gang, living ain't no option, yeah.